Okay, good evening. Welcome to today's webinar. It's 8 p.m. And we're about to get started. So thank you guys for taking the time out. As I said before, this is the School of Success. The clue is in the title. We're helping ordinary people to achieve extraordinary things. For you to do that, you have to engage in learning. And the people who are at the top of this business, you know, I could name all the leaders. Carl Hamer was the last one to be promoted. I'm telling you, no one reads more books than him. No one goes to more events than him. So it's never an accident success. The fact is that he's come on this huge personal development journey. The better he got, the better it got. So there's no rush in this business. Don't put any pressure on yourselves, but just commit to learning. That'd be my thing to you. Just commit every single week. This is your non-negotiable. So well done for you guys for getting on the call and try and teach that culture to new people. And if we do that, as well as judging our business on cash, because there's more than that. What about judging it on the people we help through phenomenal nutrition? What about judging it on developing as a person and becoming that person in order to achieve success? So I think you need to celebrate lots of things. And one of the things you should be celebrating is growing as a person and being involved in things like this. And I always appreciate your time on the calls. Okay, let's share some slides. Let's do this. In fact, do you like the title of the training? It's pretty simple, no frills, right? No customers, no business. It really is as simple as that. And I kind of just wanted to highlight that because that might sound really obvious. If you're sat there rolling your eyes saying, hey, James, you knew that. There'll be some people on this call who don't really know that, and maybe they just think it's recruiting, and maybe they think it's, you know, a whole host of other things. But actually what this network marketing industry is find a couple of customers, maybe convert one to a team member, and then help some others do the same. And that's when it duplicates. So I think we need to get back to basics. That's the point. As it says there, customers are the foundation of our business. If you don't have a growing customer base, you don't have a business. I've seen it. I told you before with the packs, what it was doing previously, it was getting flashy volume. People were dipping at the line, getting a promotion. And then because a pack can be big one week, you know, people coming in on elites. After that, then people struggling to again achieve the cash at that pin badge. So then they weren't making that sort of money, and that's not a great feeling for those people. So I'm glad that the old ways of getting started have gone, and now we're on 199. Everyone starts the same, and yes, people can upgrade, but what it will force people to do is build a customer base. So you're actually just going to transition over a period of time before these checks start to go up again. Lots of changes, all positive changes, but nonetheless changes. So you need to start building this customer base, and it starts here today. I'm just going to check that with my group that people can hear me. Those are my leaders WhatsApp. Just give us a little message. Let me know you can hear me. Okay, so the numbers never lie. Recruiting is solid at the minute. I'm just giving you some, yeah, Jordan says we can, cool. I'm just going to give you some stats. So recruiting is solid in the organization at the minute, and the 199 pack will mean that you'll start to attract more, because it's easier to get in, right? You maybe had some objections before, or don't understand it. It seems too much to get in. 199 with some products. So people, you're going to get more people in the front end. Once we sort the School of Success out, then you're also going to get more people in at the back end, and you're going to get people upgrading as well. So let me just touch on the School of Success at the minute. I'm just kind of reminding myself. I want to thank Farhan for all the work he's done. Actually, that guy slept about 3 hours in 3 days. What happens when you do a custom system like that? He's got all these different things talking to each other because we want it to be smart further on. We want it to take us to the next level. So you trial it. And then you can trial it between, you know, a handful of people. Then you put 500 people in the funnel. There's other problems and other kinks that you didn't anticipate. So we were going through this, but we decided to make a decision rather than put you through anything. Some of you guys are like, hey, I can't access the videos or the webinars. Then we just said, hey, forget that for a second. We give you them 2 easy links last night, so you can now watch the webinar with a password. You pass that to your potentials. Don't hand that out unless you've got a commitment to watch. You don't give it to people unless they're going to give you a time when they're going to watch it. And you've now got all 6 lessons as well, so you can go through them in order at your own pace. Make sure that you do go through in order, and you'll see little bits of stuff what's on here. But then 6 lessons are formulated for a reason, you know, and it's starting with the welcome, creating the vision. Lesson number 2, which is writing your list, not just telling people how to write it, showing people how to write it. You do it, and then a little bit of MLM personalities. Lesson 3 is how to build a customer base, similar to this. Lesson 4 is how to prospect and how to deal with objections. Lesson 5 is social media. Lesson 6 is a DMO, how to execute, and it brings into play all the first 5 lessons. So go through that stuff yourself, because that's what your new people will be doing. And I'm freeing up time for you guys, because as you sign someone up new, you get them to watch them 6 lessons in the first week or so. Yes, it's intensive, but it's going to give them the right skills and the right posture going forward, rather than them making them mistakes and learning the hard way. So update on that. You've got the links now for all that stuff, and Farhan's going to be he's going to continue to work in the background to get that up to speed. Okay, customers per rep is what's holding people back at the minute. So I got some numbers, because the numbers don't lie. I've learned that from Fred Cooper, and say, hey, at the minute where the UK is, we're lagging behind America. What's holding us up is our recruiting, which isn't great really, because that's not what business is about. It's building a customer base. So if we can start to match, the Americans are probably 3 to 4 times per rep better than us. So they've got 3 to 4 times more customers per rep. So if we can start to build that, and I promise you, your businesses are going to go through the roof. And if you've got a team, your businesses are going to go through the roof. So we need a collective responsibility. As it said there, is get some customers, and it doesn't have to be hundreds. Just get some customers, teach some others how to do the same. Empty recruiting is killing the business, and it's not some people's fault. And I'm going to take some responsibility for this, because while we've been building the School of Success and things like that, and I love these products, I really do, but I kind of do lead with a business. I've always done that. It doesn't mean I'm not passionate about the products. I could show you my cupboard now, and I guarantee I've got more products than anyone else. I'm a PT background, nutrition is my passion, but I've kind of always led with the business. But it's worked for me because I've been successful, and people will maybe be attracted to that. But when you're new in the industry, it's easier to get a customer than it is to get someone in the business. You need to build that kind of brand. You need to build your customer base, and you'll convert some people into the business. So as it says there, customers are easy to get, than team members. If you've never been successful in business, it's hard then to be on social media saying, hey, come and join me, I'm a success. Because people who know you might think, well, actually, maybe you're not a success yet, but people try new products every single day. So what you're saying is, hey, look, you find out what their interest is, you find out what problems that you've got, and you solve it. And I promise you, if you stick with me with this stuff, and the leaders are all doing the same in different groups, and all this sort of similar trainings going on, and we're going to go into it more in the sales mastery, I promise you, as well as the recruiting, which is going to go up tenfold with the School of Success, and as well as that, that'll take care of itself. If you build a customer base and it duplicates, you will be on stage on September the 10th at the position you want to be. So we're talking about that vision of where you want to be. This is the vehicle, building a residual customer base. And this is the thing, I have a vision, right? So I don't want to be on this boat with 30 of us who are going to Norway. I want to be on this boat with 300 of us. We can do anything we want. If we make a collective decision now and say, hey, we just, people get in the boat, and it's almost like helping the next person to the boat. I want to make a phenomenal statement, and we've started. We're in that phase now. So April the 2nd, don't worry if your business is not rocking yet. We have got so much time to do this, and we can build it and build it. And by October the 28th, it would be one of the biggest achievements of the year, just to be where the company said, hey man, we've got like 200 on the boat, 250 on the boat, all from the UK. What could that do for our business? What could that do for our culture? All those guys spending time with each other on a Caribbean cruise. And I've never been to the Caribbean as well on a cruise, so I'm excited about that. And it's my aim, and I know it's the aim of so many leaders as well, to take as many of you guys with us. So please focus on what we have to do now, because what we do between now and then will determine who's on the boat. Okay, so here's a question. I was reading some stuff, and a guy was saying, hey, and I maybe ask you this question and think about it. If I could offer you 100 reps or 100 customers, what would you take? And most people, I'll probably say fair one, hey, I'd rather have 100 team members, right? But the reality of it is, most people don't stay in network marketing. It's not because it doesn't work, it's because their own expectations. People overestimate that what can be done in a year, but underestimate what can be done in 10 years or even 5 years. So they come in, they've seen the money message, they don't make money straight away, and they quit. But if you get 100 loyal customers, they're going to stay on the product. That's residual income. But if you get 100 reps, I guarantee you within a year, probably 90 would have quit. It's crazy, right? So actually, 100 customers is more powerful than 100 reps. And as I said before, a customer is easier to get than a rep. So how do you get 100 customers? Are you ready for this? Notepad and pen. Shut the doors. No distractions in the background. I'm going to teach you how to get 100 customers. That's it. One customer at a time. People need to chunk down these goals. So your 100 customers, maybe it doesn't even need to be that far, maybe 10 customers or 20. People focus on that. But this is the bit in between, and you start from today, one customer at a time. Get a customer, you get them on the product they love, that they connect with, which they get results with, and you look after that customer. And then you add another customer, and then you start speaking to these customers, then they give you referrals, then customers become team members, and that is how you build an organization, but it starts with your very first customer. So when I started this business, I got my elite pack and I was like emptying this box upside down. I was doing a dance. I was pouring mower on my head, getting all excited. I was like, I've never seen such a variety of phenomenal products. But I tell you what it is as well, what I've realized, it's confusing. The previous company I was with, we literally built a business on 2 products, just 2 products. But it was easy because people come in and they just knew what to do. So I'm saying now that, yes, we've got so many amazing products, but I think it's confusing some people. People don't know where to go. And my advice to you is focus on building with just a couple of products. That's it. Whatever you can be passionate about, whatever you see where you fit into the marketplace, if it's weight loss, if it's, you know, if it's purity, but really focus on it. Don't become a jack of all trades. Focus on a brand and a couple of products. And I'm going to hold my hands up and be accountable. Like I said, I'm an avid product user, but because I've been caught with building all the systems, being on the road, preparing for Liverpool, and I'm like, I need to get back to basics and be a part of this group and commitment and lead from the front. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build my customer base and lead from the front. So I'm building, this is my tip to you, I'm building with a powerhouse that everyone can benefit from. So I was thinking about all the amazing products we've got, and every time this one stuck out for me, and it might stick out for you. It's the product that got me hooked. For those who don't know, my previous company, I was a 6-figure earner, top of the compensation plan. And yes, I wouldn't say I was the happiest at that point. I was collecting good money. But then I stumbled on this company. I didn't know what it was, but I seen this video, this 34 superfoods in a bottle. And I was like, the Himalayan mountains, like mushrooms from here, California, seaweed from Canada, bergamot from Italy. And it was set. I was like, wow. And my first emotion when I seen this was fear, because we was with a nutritional company. I thought, this is better. This is sexier, the marketing. And that was the first thing. So people think that I joined Direct for a whole host of reasons. Yes, the compensation plan is amazing, the Bill of Rights and all the other stuff, but this was the hook. I've got an emotional attachment to this product. I take it every single day. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't use shots of Moa. I go to the fridge and drink it like it's milk. I go for a couple of bottles of this a month. I really do. So as you can see there, Moa is won a Stevie Award. I'm going to touch on a couple of points for Moa. And I'm saying to you today, if you're kind of overwhelmed by all the products that we've got, I'm saying forget everything right now and you can build a monster business with this, just with this one product, and I'll tell you why. Did you know, and I'm going to get Deanna to do another call on Moa alone, and we're really going to get into it because knowledge is power, right? But it's the most nutrient-dense superfood drink in the world. Fact, and you've probably seen the video, right, that some of these companies, they just have a tiny bit of nutrition, then they have it with water. If you pour Moa out, you can see how thick it is and how nutrient-dense it is. And, you know, speaking to Deanna last night before I got in his car, she said, James, it took me 2 years. People were laughing at me. They said, no one does what you're trying to do, Deanna, because companies take a smidgen of something and they say, hey, aloe vera, you know, this is so many benefits, or this fruit or this veg. But what they're doing is they're just putting a smidgen, and Deanna was like, no, I want it raw. She was going to the 4 corners of the world, getting all these products. And the first batch of Moa she made, the bottles actually blew up, they fermented. And she just went back to the drawing board and she figured it out. The supplier saying, Deanna, it's clogging up our machines. And she got there in the end. If you've not realized already, Deanna always gets what Deanna wants. So the Stevie Award, what you've seen before, it was recognized. It's an international award. There was over 3,000 entries. And this got a silver, but it was a top nutritional product. Over 3,000 entries. We need to understand what we've got here. Mother of all, it's a phenomenal product. And let's talk about value for money. I go into the city centre of Manchester and I've been rushing about in one of them juice bars. I said, hey, can I have a shot of wheatgrass? He said, yeah, no worries, that's £2.50. That's one shot of wheatgrass. There's 34 superfoods in there. 34. And it was less than half a price per shot. So please don't get into this money trap in your mind. This is value for money. This should be a lot more. Once you start to understand the ingredients that are in there, you can't get this stuff from Aldi or Netto. Like I said, these are the most exotic foods. Bergamot from Italy, noni fruit, you know, from Hawaii, white tea from China, maitake mushroom, you know, everything in there from the four corners of the world. And the thing you want to know is some of the price of these ingredients. And Deanna's probably mentioned to you guys before, maitake mushroom is in there, maitake 404. It costs a couple of $1,000s a kilo. They call it maitake gold. That's the level of quality what's in these bottles. So please don't ever, you know, with a customer get into a price. If they start talking about price, you fail to explain what's in that bottle, because this ain't Lucozade Sport. Do you know what I mean? This isn't diluted like crap making claims. This is the most nutrient dense superfood drink in the world, with mushrooms, grains, all these exotic things in there. And if you can articulate that, then price will never be an issue. So the clinical dosing, I was saying to Deanna, how can I explain it in simple terms so the guys can explain it? Is this, again, some of these companies, they just say, hey, we're just going to put a little dash of this in, and we're going to talk about the benefits of that product. Now, what Deanna does is she takes it a step further. She will only put a product in there which is thoroughly researched, and then what she'll do is say, hey, maitake mushroom, it's got numerous health benefits, but only if it's absorbed in the body 10 milligrams of maitake mushroom. Well, guess what? Deanna only puts 10 milligrams in. So every dose which is in there is a clinical dose. And what that means in simple terms, that it has a profound positive effect on the human frame. There's no sprinkles of things in there. It's in there and it's dense and it works in the body. It really is as simple as that. So Moa, phenomenal products for those who didn't know already. So it starts with you. How do you build a business with Moa? People, they try and take shortcuts in business. Don't be one of them guys. Hey, come and get your Moa. Come and get your Moa. Have you got any Moa? No, I don't use it. But you know, I haven't got the money to be on Moa either. Oh, no, it doesn't work like that. This is how this industry works. It's the recommending business. Anyone can go to my fridge at any time, or even to my shelf up there, I can show you 4 or 5 bottles of Moa. And it ain't even about, oh, James, you've got more money than us. You know, that stemmed from my passion for products. So even when I was in the military, I invested into my business. I always had an array of products, and I was always a person who was an example of those products. And you need to be the same. There's no shortcuts in business, and there's no shortcuts in the recommending business. So then your family and friends, and the thing is with people, they feel like they're migrant. Oh, I don't really, no. Once you know what you know about this, it's a responsibility. If you've got family and friends who you love, then you want them to be healthy and well, then you recommend this bottle. Yeah, you're going to get paid from it, but that's business, and they'd rather some money go to you, but it's win-win because they're going to have the benefit of optimum nutrition. I'm telling you now, there's no way maitake mushroom's ever been in their body, Canadian seaweed, and all these other things, burger. It's never been in their body unless they take something like this. If it's never been in their body, they don't get the benefit from that nutrition. So you have a responsibility, and it ain't, hey, I'm hard selling to you. I'm like, look, listen to me, you know, if you're low on energy, you know, whatever it is, if you're struggling sleeping, you know, if whatever you need, nutrition can solve the problem. And there's loads of studies out there on that. You don't need me to go into that. And this is the most comprehensive nutritional drink on the market. So you need to think about that. You know, it's not a chore, it's a responsibility to get out there. Pick up the phone, speak to people. If you're on the car and you haven't tried the Hot Network text, speak to your upline after this, or get someone to tag you in it in the group. It works. Just asking people, do they want to try this product? Then think outside the box. I get it. People are going to be on Facebook after this. Hey, get your Moa here and there. And that's fine. That's just casting your rod into the water, and you might get a little bite. You know, you sit there just tapping your foot. What you really need to do is go and connect with people. You need to go and ask conversations. You need to go and ask people what the problems are and find solutions to problems. You need to go out and about, go to gyms, health cafes, whatever it is, and take this stuff with you and get people sampling this. So yeah, of course, at the beginning, you might not get in all these family pack orders, but you can retail this to people. Hey, most people I know, they'll put a punt on 25, 30 quid. You know, they're not tied in for months or anything like that. Hey, the Moa 30-day challenge. You know, I know people, they took this for 30 days and they feel a lot better. So if people have got nutrient deficient diets and they don't eat very clean, guess what's going to happen after 30 days of taking Moa? So let's get people started on the Moa 30-day challenge. Let's get them hooked on this product, hooked on health and nutrition, and then you can build a residual customer base. So social media. again, what we did at the beginning is we wanted to be different than all the other companies. All the other companies, it's just amateurs everywhere, vomiting all over social media, pissing off the networks and switching people off. So we kind of created some rules, and we don't want people to be held back, but we're trying to encourage you just to think a little bit different. So the main rule I want you to adhere by, this is a UK rule, is we don't talk about ARICS on social media, because if a product gets out there and it trends a little bit, that's actually okay, because sometimes products need to do that. People need to become aware of it. But if you protect the company name, because these are just products and brands under one umbrella, if something did get saturated and out there, it's not going to affect the company. Whereas some of these products and some of these companies, they're all just the company name, and it's out there. And I'm telling you now, long term, that will be to the detriment of their company. So the first rule of Fight Club is no one talks about Fight Club. Don't mention the company name. If you want to mention the products, then mention the products. But like I said, you don't have to spam 5 to 10 times a day to get your message across. So I think it's time to be more prominent on social media, and I'm going to do that. I want to teach you a couple of things how you can do that without switching off your network. I think we can make this trend. We are on the cusp of getting a couple of celebrities. There's a couple of people on this call, a couple of sports people, just to align themselves with this. And I think if we do, it becomes cool, it becomes credible. If anyone's on this call and you've got any friends who are sports stars or, well-known people, then connect with me, let me know. And if we can get them a couple of bottles of more and they want some pictures taken with it, whatever it is, whatever we can do to start gathering this interest in our product, because we've got a phenomenal product and it looks great as well. And if we get a couple of influential people start to tweet about it, talk about it, I think we can really create a wave as well. So that's my plan as well. I'm working on some things behind the scenes, more details to follow with that. So don't be a blurry face in the MLM crowd. Did inbox me for more, 30% off. Don't do that stuff. When you don't have to mention the 30% off. The 30% off is your leverage. You don't just give everything. You don't just expose yourself on social media. You get people in. You do what you need to do with business. You retail the products. Then if they want 30% off, they become an auto delivery customer. Don't do that stuff. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and get creative. If you're not sure, chat with your uplines, sidelines, get creative and do something different. Don't be doing the same things that everyone else is doing, what's not working for them. You have to think differently. So build it on value, engagement, and testimonials. Give value for people, create some competitions, do what you need to do, educate people, and come from a place of recommendation. Get some of your family on it, and when they do, say, hey, look, get them to do a status and tag you in it, because they ain't selling it. They're saying, hey, I was a skeptic, or I've tried this for 30 days and it's had a huge effect. If you could get 10 people trialing that for 30 days, just one bottle, and then 5 of them people did testimonials. So they wrote on their own networks and they tagged you in. I can't believe the positive effects of that bottle of more. Thank you, Susie, for exposing me to Mother of All her networks see, and then all of a sudden they get in touch with you. So just think differently, build it with engagement and testimonials. Ask questions on your social media. Ask people about some of the stuff within Moa or about nutrition. Get people to comment and engage on your post. Now, the thing is, what you have to do, good nutrition can solve a variety of issues. You have to solve people's problems. So if you have a testimonial, if you have a benefit of Moa, then share it. Because if your skin's got better off Moa, and that can happen with good nutrition, then if you share that, guess what happens? Someone who wants to improve their skin will relate to that, because they're looking for a solution to a problem. So you've got to solve problems. It ain't just it's a phenomenal drink. What problems are you solving? And if you're getting into conversations, then you need to be asking these questions to people, because they'll let you know what problem they've got, and then you can recommend a product based on what they need solving. Yeah, so like I said here, look, Facebook status is a start, but you're not going to become a 6-figure earner off it. You're really not. So, if you tuned in for that was going to give you, 3 or 4 statuses that were going to change your life. That's not going to happen. It can start, it can gain some interest, but you've got to connect with people, straight away offline, have conversations. And what about this? This is a great line. Hey, I know my business isn't a good fit for you, but we have an amazing product I think you'd love. Here's what it is. What you're saying is you're bypassing them for the business. People don't like that. Hang on a minute. What do you mean the business isn't for me? Yeah, it might be for me. Oh, well, I didn't think it was, but yeah, if it is, then we can chat about that. But you take the pressure off with the business. Look, because people don't always hear your money message. Look, I know the business isn't for you, but I've got a product, you know, I think you'll love. Get connecting with people, get into conversations. You don't have to jump straight in with that, but you need to start connecting with people away from just a status, having multiple conversations, whether it's face-to-face or whether it's on social media. Solve problems, but no exaggerated claims. Oh my God, I've seen some companies and they've actually got these posters on there and it helps with cancer, this, you know, and I'm just like, good nutrition, of course, can help with that stuff. You don't start putting that stuff on social media. You don't start making claims because you leave yourself wide open. So you can talk about benefits and stuff like that. And if you've got an experience, you can share it. Don't start being a doctor and making claims. People don't like that. Get people to watch a video. So if you're not that confident and you think, oh, I can't really articulate myself that well, we've got a phenomenal tool with the Moa video. Get them to watch it. Hey, what do you think of this video? 101 ways you could get people to watch it. Look, I really value you. I know you're very business-minded. I know you know a lot about nutrition. Whatever it is, can you watch this video and give me your opinion? Get people to watch that video because the video is a great tool and it really explains the power of its products. Have fun with it. You know, whatever, I don't know, your status is. You don't have to be serious about business and products and changing lives. You know, just can be, hey, look, you know, these are, you know, shots every day that you can have that won't leave you with regrets. Whatever it is, do the Moa challenge on social media, tag other people in, do what you need to do, make it fun and exciting and engaging and make people want to know more about your business and your products. Competitions, giveaways, raffles, I'll be doing that stuff this week. I've seen, I think Demi, she's on the call, she's done a giveaway for a bottle of Moa, getting people to comment, creating traction as well. You can get people to research stuff. I don't know. Tell me one amazing fact about, you know, maitake mushroom. Of course, people are going to Google it, whatever it is, but they might start to comment on the things like that, and you can gain a bit of traction, giveaways and value, and raffles as well. There's a whole host of things you can do to engage and excite your network. Get creative. Yeah, look for clues, whatever it is. People let you know. I guarantee if you go to your Facebook, people are going to be whinging how tired they are. They're going to be whinging about the skin. They're going to be whinging how they look, a lack of energy, all these things. And you have solutions to them problems. So you have to look for clues and you have to listen and keep your eyes open as well. Now, these are you know, testimonials, not from Moa. This is Chris Field. And I always put that on because I know the girls get excited. Probably not even just the girls, probably the guys as well, because Chris has that effect on people. And this is Danielle Pierce as well, phenomenal results with the Slender Eyes. But the point I'm making is people put themselves in the shoes of others. So if they want results like that and they see something that can give them results like that, then it's almost a confirmation. So again, it might not be that with Moa. It might be someone who had a skin condition. They took some Moa and the skin condition cleared up. Whatever it is, you need to start building your portfolio of testimonials. We need to start doing that as a group. I don't feel like we've got enough proof, if you like. We know it's a phenomenal product, but we need to get more customers, and we need to get them customers sharing written testimonials or pictures, whatever it is. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, here it is. Let's get to it. Please, 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 and educate your new people on this. So the retail is a full price. If they get 2X membership, they get 15% off. If they get auto delivery, they sign up so that it comes out again each month, then they get 30% off. They can cancel at any time. It's as simple as that. The 30% off is only for those who go on 2X and auto delivery. I'm telling you now, if you retail more at 30% off, you will have no business in a few months. You have basically give yourself no leverage, no bargaining. You've just gone, hey, I'm not that confident. You've lost posture. I'm telling you now, you won't have them. It's not for that. It's not allowed for that. The purpose is, hey, if you want a bottle off me, you retail. It really is as simple as that. 25 quid, bottle of Moa. Now, if you don't want to pay the shipping on it, then maybe you buy a couple of family packs of Moa, and when it's local, you can drop it off. You know, keep it in your gym bag, whatever it is. So you can then charge £25 for a bottle of Moa. You get the retail, so you made the 30% on that, as well as any volume that goes into your pay lines. Please, 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 you retail at a full price. Hey, the line is this. If I'm going to get into conversations tomorrow about Moa. I say, and you go the full price. This is your leverage. Cool. Okay, I can get you and all the family on Moa. So these 34 superfoods every day, state whatever benefits, for £124 a month for the whole family. All right, cool, yeah, that's okay. But listen, and I'm kind of making out it's just for them. But if you want to commit, I can sign you up to auto delivery, which just basically means that, again, you know, it ships next month. And I said to you before, good nutrition requires consistency. You know, taking it for 30 days is just the start, but I can get you 30% off. Listen, you can cancel at any point, and you can even change your products. You have your own login and things like that. How does that sound? They'll do it. People tell themselves a story. Oh, no, they don't want to do that. Listen to this. I was in a previous company. People were getting gold plans, £90 a month, and the minimum you had to sign up for was 4 months. And people were doing it. Why? Because it was the only option. So distributors didn't have another option. Now distributors are panicking. They say, no, they don't want auto delivery. It's bollocks. I'm telling you straight. They don't want it because you've crafted it in such a way it ain't attractive for them. If you mention auto delivery and then you go, oh, but you can retail it and you can, they'll go, right, I'll just take the easiest option. You have to take control of the situation. And you go in, you retail at the full price, say, hey, I can get you 30% off, or sign up to auto delivery. What that means, listen, you're not tied in. You can cancel the products at any time. You can even change the product. You've got your own login and things like that. We can get you that 30% off. Basically, it's reward for being a valuable customer. And of course, good nutrition. You want you and the family on this for the foreseeable future because you're going to reap the health benefits, the longer you're on it. That makes sense, not just from more, but nutrition. So people's stories are what are holding them back from building a residual customer base. That's where it's at. You want to get paid month after month. You want to gain some loyal customers. You will only do that if you create an auto delivery customer base. This is it. You ready? Who wants to earn £1,000 a week? This is it. This is how simple this business is. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's simple. So you might not have 4 legs yet, but I'm just saying something to work towards. Because you might be thinking, how are people earning this sort of money? I can't see it yet. I'm here at the beginning. How are they earning this sort of money? So if you had 4 legs, right? And then you got some people in each leg. And over time, you've got some customers and they turn to reps. And then Lucy, who you got in here, she got some team members. And very quickly, you can end up with 10 people in each leg. Right? Maybe more than that, but let's just say 10 are workers, right? 10 people in each leg. If then 10 people a week, we teach them this system, and they just get 2 customers a week, 2 family packs or more a week. That's what they work on, the building. That will be 2,000 volume in each leg. So at the end of the week, remember, one's a power line, so you don't get paid on that. All the others are pay lines. You can see there you get 300, 300, 300 base, that's 900. Add a little bit of matching bonus, 112. We've not even added in all the other bonuses yet, team lead or anything like that. We're just basically base commissions and a tiny bit of matching bonus. There's $1,000 a week. That is it with a simple system. Get some people on Mower or whatever product you want. Get them retailing every week. And this isn't hundreds of customers. This is 2 customers a week each. Lots of people doing a little and it duplicates. What about then if that duplicates, you get 20 in a line? What about 30 in a line? Some of the guys on this call have got 50 in a line. Do you see what starts to happen? This is the beauty of the compound effect, which takes time and effort, but it all starts with you creating good habits now. We're building a residual customer base. The power of upselling, we've done this before. This is actually in more detail on lesson 3, which is on the School of Success, how to build your customer base. Would you like fries? Like the greatest upsell in the history of upsells. People go to McDonald's and ask for a burger, and the guy just says, the minimum wage guy behind the counter who doesn't even really know the power of what he's about to say says, hey, would you like fries with that? You just upsold you. Amazing, right? So when you're getting people in that buying phase, would you like some Rejuvenex for that? They're going to say to you, what's Rejuvenex? And then you can explain, hey, you mentioned that you have a serious lack of energy, or you have that mid-afternoon slump. Rejuvenex is X, Y, Z. In fact, here's a new video that we've got. View this. If you don't ask, you don't get. It really is as simple as that. You have to get used to upselling. You get upsold all the time when you're out and you don't even know it. And upselling, I don't want you to see it as a negative thing. It's not selling people stuff they don't want. It's presenting things to people who are in a buying state. It says, hey, that makes sense. I've been out loads of times trying on a suit. The guy comes over. He makes me feel good, probably lies to me, says it fits me really well and it matches the colour of my eyes. And then he'll turn around and say something like, hey, listen, I've got a great wallet and belt combo that I go with that. Shall I bring it over? And I'm like, yeah, of course. He's just upsold me, but what he's actually doing is providing a service for me, and that's all you're doing to your customer. You don't ask, you don't get. The buyer's mindset, if you don't ask the question, the answer will always be no. I'm telling you, get used to upselling. So listen, we've just launched a new Rejuvenex video. Get people to watch that stuff. My company have just launched a phenomenal new product. Again, a little bit of a sincere compliment. As you're savvy with business, will you let me know what you think of the video? So I'm not trying to sell you a product, just let me know what you think of the video. They're going to tell you what they think of it. Oh, yeah, it's a great video. Great little product, that as well. Yeah, would you like me to grab you some? So you don't have to go direct and sell the product. You can ask people what they think of stuff. I value your opinion. I know you're really into your nutrition. Can you have a little look at this video for me? Who do you know who needs more energy? Everyone. People are doing it. You know, these energy drinks, the like pre-workouts, coffee, whatever it is. People are looking for these synthetic sources of energy. And you have a healthy alternative, healthy energy. Think about that. And you have the power of demonstration. You should be armed with these little bullets. You should be walking around everywhere, firing them at people. No, but we've done this before. We touched on this in Birmingham, which is one slide I wanted to share with you again. So you get 112 capsules in there, 3 capsules per sample. Listen, you take this stuff with you everywhere. Someone yawns, someone whinges about being tired. You say, hey, you try Rejuvenex, superfoods and green coffee being extracts, healthy energy. No, yeah, I take 3 of them. I guarantee you they're going to feel it. And when they feel it, you don't have to explain it because actions speak louder than words. And even if you did that, think about this for a business, 37 samples, about £1 a sample, probably a bit less, based on 50% return. So only half get back to you and say, hey, yeah, I really love that. Imagine getting 19 customers from one tub of Rejuvenex if they fall in love with the product. That could be over 1,160 points, one product. What about if you get them on auto delivery? What about if it was 1,160 points every single month from one tub of Rejuvenex? That's what can happen for those who do it. I've taught this stuff before, and I know hand on heart that 80% of people don't do it. So it works, but people decide not to do it. So today, order yourself some Rejuvenex if you haven't gotten it, and get out there and give samples out. It's a conversation starter. You don't have to convince people. You can show them. Again, just another slide from what we did previously. I just wanted to show you. So people say, oh, wow, I'd love to be a vice president. I'd love to be earning, 30-odd K a year, which is more than a teacher. It takes you 4 years to qualify as a teacher, yet you can get to vice president, in 120 days. We've got guys who've done it in less than that. And you can do that by creating this customer base, getting 4 people in a line. I know it's not very clear, but look at bottom right. Bottom right is if you do that, if you had 4 people in a line, and then basically you've got, 5-pack them all, 100 points. And on any given week, then 4 people, they got 45 customers between them. So 11, 11, 11, and maybe 12. That will give you the points for vice president. See how simple it is when you actually look at the numbers, but it all starts with 1 customer. And then you teach someone else to do the same. And you teach someone else to do the same. And that's what happens. The people who've got the biggest businesses, they built a bit of a customer base and it just duplicated. It's simple as that. Second, money is easier to collect than first. Once someone has said to you, hey, I want to do business with you, you've already forged that relationship. You've got rapport, you've got a relationship, and you give them a product that they've been searching for. This retail thing is killing people. They're running around, pulling their hair out, trying to find new customers every month. Whereas the smart people, they don't need to get 10 customers a month. They just get 5, but they keep 5 every time. Keep another 5, keep another 5, because they don't do business unless it's residual. It's as simple as that. Single customers leak your bucket. You can pour the water in, but the holes come out, so you have to keep filling the bucket up. So another thing I want to touch on, customer groups. I created Phoenix at the beginning, and I created a customer group, and I created a Slender Eye support group. Now, that was very temporary. That was just like, hey, just for now. If you've got a team and you haven't got your own customer support groups, you're taking shortcuts, because you ain't going to keep customers if you don't look after them. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So forget the products. What sort of relationship have you got with your customers? If you haven't got one, that's probably why you haven't got any customers. So have a think about that when you get off this call now. Start chatting amongst your group and say, look, we need to really get our shit together with regards to customer care, because if we do that, we're going to keep customers, because customers are the boss. Listen to this. If no one buys our products, no one gets paid. That's it. So we really need to make customers a priority, not just getting them in, but learning how to keep them. We keep them with value. We get them results with products, but we keep them with value. Those who go the extra mile get rewarded with customer loyalty. It's as simple as that. And guess what? Loyal customers often become the best reps. Okay, we've done some of this stuff before as well. I just wanted to skim over it. How to revive a customer lead. Great offer, bad time. All the people you spoke to about the products, go back to them now. All the people you spoke to about the business, go back to them. Just have a conversation, catch up. So you think, how can I get back in touch with them? Just catch up for the sake of catching up. Hey, how's it going? Not chatting to you for a few weeks. I do it all the time. The conversational ebb and flow. And then you just go, hey, have you still got that problem? You're not going to say it like that, but are you still interested in, you mentioned before about the business. You were saying that you was like looking for something to bridge a nutritional gap. Whatever it is, go back to the problem that they had initially. The conversation flows. If they have got the problem, say, hey, still got the solution. So it might have been a great offer before, but bad timing, finances, whatever they may have had other stuff going on in their life. So CPR, you can revive any lead with that little abbreviation. Never leave empty-handed. You've got to write this stuff down, write it down right now, and get off the call and practice it, and make it a habit. You have to do this stuff consistently. It becomes a habit. You don't even have to think about it. Is that you're talking to people about the business, and they say, hey, it's not for me now. You go, cool. Look, I appreciate that. But listen, we've got some phenomenal products, and get them on the products, because if the business is not for them now, the least they can do is try some products. If you ain't doing that, you're missing a trick. If the business ain't for them, go to products. You know what? If they ain't got the money for products, or the products are not right for them now, say, hey, cool, do you know anyone else? Do you know anyone else? If I give you £1,000 now, and you had to bet on the 5 people in your network who could bat this ball out of the park with this business, who could go crazy with this business, who would it be? All of a sudden, you just said if you had to put £1,000 on it, they'll just come up with some, oh yeah, she's really, and you go, okay, cool. You know, do you mind introducing me to them, or can you? And you can add them on Facebook and say, hey, Dave said, you know, he said some great things about you that you could absolutely smash his business up. So referrals, shy kids don't get sweets. There's something we're doing at the Sales Mastery. I haven't got time to go into it now. There's an actual structure for referrals, which we're going to teach you, and it works every single time, where you just move people along, you get them to state the value, and when they do the value, you say, hey, is there anyone else who can help? And they'll give up their leads for you. They'll give up their contacts for you. So we're going to do that at the Sales Mastery. You must start the value. This ain't just, hey man, do you want, hey, yes, like Moa, 34 Superfoods. Get excited. Tell people about the value. Don't just give them Moa. What about a PT plan? You know someone there in the group who's got a PT plan. Say, hey, as well as a phenomenal nutrition, here's a PT plan. Here's some recipes. You know, healthy eating goes alongside this. Whatever it is, make yourself attractive to people. That's it. If you want to do business, you go, wow, look at all the value this person's giving me. Talking a daily rate, it makes sense. You know, £100 for 5 bottles of Moa might scare people. They see that £100. Talking a daily rate, what about £3 a day? What about £2 a day? And then say, hey, you know, that coffee you have in the morning, which costs you £2.50, I can show you how to get healthy. If you sacrifice that, I can show you how to get 3 bottles of Moa, which is enough for you and the family. So get rid of the coffee, which is detrimental to your health, and get on the Moa, the most phenomenal, most nutrient-dense superfood drink in the world. And again, just talking a language that people understand. And the daily rate is the easiest. What's the outcome for a customer? Always, when you're chatting to them, you need to understand where they want to go. Is it health they're interested in? Most people aren't until it's too late. They don't care about health. Do they want more energy? Do they want better skin, nails, hair? What you need to get to it. And when you get to it, you keep reminding them of it. Oh yeah, you know, you were saying obviously that you're really lacking energy, and keep reminding them of that pain. You have to move them. People don't make buying decisions unless you move them closer to pain or pleasure. So you need to find out what it is they're looking for. Trial for 30 days. People are part with the money. You know, you ain't asking them to commit to 12 months. If they're not sure, they say, hey, look, let's just get you started. So I would try and get someone on an auto delivery straight away. And then if they're a bit, say, hey, look, what can I do for you? You're a friend, you live local, you can just trial it for 30 days, our 30-day challenge. Just give me 25 quid for the bottle, and I guarantee you're going to feel phenomenal after 30 days. Please, you know, when people say to me, we could have, you know, people on this call, you could have gone to a company. Listen, I'm not going to, there's companies out there now, and they are selling processed food, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, for me, I'm passionate about nutrition. I couldn't sell Werther's Original and baked beans. This is more to me than money. You know, my loved ones take these products. So please don't ever get involved with price, because there's a whole different level. You know, a Louis Vuitton bag, ladies, is different than a Primark bag. They have the same function, and to the untrained eye, it's a bag, right? Moa is a whole different stratosphere to a multivitamin. So you need to understand that when we say, hey, just go Holland and Barrett and get a multivitamin. That's synthetic crap, which is designed to replicate nature. This is an award-winning superfood drink where all these superfoods are cultivated from the 4 corners of the earth. Learn about some of the places it comes from. Show people that this is a whole different level than the other stuff they talked about. Trust me, when people understand quality, price is never an issue. And again, cheap prices attract cheapskates. Listen, if people base a business on cheap, I said it before and I'll say it again, go and get a job at the pound shop. Like, that's what cheap is. You sell a business on cheap, cheap, cheap. You're selling it on the wrong message. Do you think Ferrari have sales? Do you think Rolex have sales? No, 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 no. They know the quality. Say, hey, this is who we are. This is what we stand for. We have posture, and the right people come to us. And it's the same with this drink. Most people understand you get what you pay for. So you need to let them know with some clever terminology. Hey, this is a high-end superfood drink. This is an award-winning. What sort of price do you pay for award-winning? This isn't everyday stuff. So let people know when you're describing it. If the conversation is stuck on price, it ain't their fault. It's yours. If they start going on about price, you fail to articulate the value. Remember, you're selling an outcome, not a product. Stack the value. How much value can you give someone for £1 odd a day? They're like, man, I'd be stupid to turn this down. You know, I'm not saying everyone's going to buy off you, but just when they see the value of the products and what they get with the products and what they get with you as a mentor and a support network, they're like, I'm in. It's as simple as that. And if, you know, if it does become you know, a price objection, I always use this. It's a great story, and you might have one that you can use. Is I always talk about a Hoover. I say, I remember I was in Argos and I was going to get a Dyson, but I seen this Hoover. It looked like a Dyson, and I got it. And yeah, within 3 weeks, it was broke, and it was just horrible. And literally, you could suck more up through your mouth. You go and get a Dyson, and guess what? It's never broke since. So you buy cheap, you buy twice. Or you buy cheap and you don't get the results you was after. And you have to talk about that. Whatever analogy you want to use, whether it's a Louis Vuitton handbag, whether it's Ferrari versus a smart car, you have to show people that buying cheap doesn't pay. So this is what I'm saying now. For those who haven't done this, we've talked about this before, and there's people sat in this car and you haven't done an in-home meeting. For whatever reason, maybe a little bit of fear holding you back, go to your upline, go to the side and say, look, do you know what? I'm about to launch my business today. Can we get some people around? And yeah, you might do Jove, Rejuvenate, whatever it is, but you can do more. If I had an in-home meeting, I'm going to be like, and I'm going to have a couple once I move into the new house, and that stuff, I'm going to like, right, I'm going to invest in my business, a couple of bottles of that, and people come and get a shot of that. What is it, 34 superfoods? I think Gainer's on the call as well, and Chris, and they did something the other day, and in-home meetings work, informal gatherings, get people around to try products, and you'll leave with new customers and new reps. Here's another one, what I've seen. What about going to your close friends and saying, look, I know you don't want to join my business, but will you support me? Say this to your best mate. Say this to your top 5 or 10 people. Will you host a party for me? Get them to invite their friends and you go and do it. And you know what you'll do for that? You'll give them some money or you give them some products. And you know what will happen? When you do this party for them, they'll start to see the power of this business. And they'll go, oh, maybe I'll join this business anyway. Go to your top 5 to 10 people and say, look, I've had an in-home meeting. Could you host a party for me? Your house is a bit bigger. Your friends, and get your friends around for a wine night. No pressure. I'll just bring some products and I'll share some free samples with them. Go and try it. I promise you'll get huge results. Great line. Listen, it's not important to me that you buy. This is for an in-home meeting. It's not important that you buy. It's just important that you support me. Say that line to people who matter to you. They won't let you down. Don't try and sell them on being there. Sell them on just supporting you. And a great one, you know, if the boys are on the call, say to your mates, listen, Friday night, shots, let's go. When they all turn up, shots are more. There you go. That's a little bit of fun, the last one, but you get my point. There's so many ways, so many angles that you can attract people to where you live. Have a bit of a gathering, have a wine night, whatever it is, and share some products. Okay, some closing points. Be unique. Don't be a face. Don't do what everyone else is doing. So like, hey, inbox me for more. Go and be creative. Do some stuff on social media, some little videos, some posts. Get a bit of a trend going, a little team thing, whatever it is, the Moa 30-day challenge. You know, if you know anyone who's influential, get them to share some of your stuff as well. Get testimonials. Think outside the box. Okay, listen. All I've done tonight is broke you off. I can't see this much, like this much. Purpose being is it's all happening at the Sales Mastery. You can only learn so much from a Zoom call. At the Sales Mastery, we are getting deep. Some of the stuff I've learned from Daniel Tolson, some of the stuff we've been studying, we are getting experience deep. We are launching a new strategy as well. We're going to teach you how to how to build a business on samples of this stuff. You have to be at one of these events. I'm looking down the camera now and saying to you, it starts in Manchester this Saturday at the Inside Hotel. If you're serious about this business, then be there, and then be at one of the other ones. And you know, if you've got a team, go to them and say, come on, let's go and learn. Liverpool was the emotion, was the hype. We had a great time. Now it's eyes down, pens out, and it's learning. And learning about how to build a business. That's what the Sales Mastery is. No hype, just skills and techniques to build your business. Here's the thing I want to share with you. I can't share with you now because I don't have all the info. So this is my thing. I've gone to the company. I've gone out on a limb and said, look, we need to take this to the next level. And I want to incentivize the guys. So I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to launch this on Saturday in Manchester at the Sales Mastery. I'm going to do it at the other events. We are going to get, I don't want to say too much. All I'm going to say is that the people who start to retail products, in the next couple of weeks, if people are doing it consistently, there's going to be extra from the company, extra financial rewards, financial incentives on top of getting paid well for building a customer base. And there's going to be some other things as well. And the people who build a customer base are going to be on stage at September the 10th. And they're going to be next to Ray Higdon, because he's going to recognize you guys, because that's what our business is about. The point I'm making at the Sales Mastery, there's going to be 3 or 4 things announced about those who are willing to go and build a customer base, and we're going to reward you deservedly. So what's going to happen over the coming weeks now as well, if you focus on this, yeah, you're going to attract people to your business anyway. We've got the webinars, send people that, but you're going to attract different types of people, because some people are hearing your money message every day, business money, and they aren't really motivated by that. But when you start talking with passion about nutrition, you start sharing testimonials, and you're showing that you're having a positive impact on people, to say, hey, I want to be a part of that. Never mind the product, I want to be a part of that culture. So you're going to attract more product focused people, which again is going to grow your team. So if you want to sell more, you need to ask better questions. Don't just go in and be like, Mo, we're 34 Super. Ask questions. You know, the answers are there. When you find out the problems, then you can solve it. It really is as simple as that. So let me just... Okay, so we are in a new phase of business. We are the School of Success, that stuff, the little adaptations there, that'll figure itself out. Keep using the webinar, the 6 lessons, go and watch that. And I'm looking down the camera to you now. Take responsibility for your business. You know, let's go and build. There is nothing better than that. Find it anywhere. You know, Deanna said to me, you get anyone who claims that there's anything better than that, I will do a live webinar online, and I will absolutely obliterate them, because there's nothing. This is an award-winning product, and it's our responsibility to share this with as many people as possible. And I'm going to lead from the front with this. Leaders, if you're on the call, I want to see you doing the same. And in 90 days, we can transform lots of people's lives with good nutrition and health. But by doing that as well, a byproduct of that is all you guys are going to be where you want to be on stage in September, and all you guys are going to be on that boat in the Caribbean cruise early next year. I'm excited. Let's have a monster week. Please, please, please book on the Sales Mastery right now. As always, thank you for everything you do. Have a phenomenal week, and I'll chat to you soon.